I'm just gonna dump some on here. Let's see.
And I spread them out?
Yep. And how about come in, like, see this crease at the end here?
Yeah.
And there, stay in between those two.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Because what I want to do is fold it in half and then fold the ends in to keep the seeds in. We're going to try to get them to germinate in there.
And here's a big spot.
Right, so fold it in half.
Are we gonna put like a bunch of water in it?
And then fold this end in. Fold that end in. Fold the top down. So then they're all kind of stuck in there. And
No
then,
getting out.
yep, no getting out. Today's one of those days that it alternates between sun shining and snow flying through the air, and sometimes both things at the same time. We're in the middle of March. It is a fantastic time to get tomatoes started. Okay, so we're going to start 6 kinds of paste and like big slicer tomatoes in here, and then we'll start some cherry tomatoes in another container. So we're going to start some Amish paste. Now this is some well-watered soil. I'm going to start way too many tomato plants. I do every year, so that is the expectation at this point in time. So I'm just going to sprinkle these over the surface. I'm going to sprinkle seeds over the surface of each of these pots, and then I'm just going to put a light layer on top and press that down. We have some aromas here. Now, like I mentioned, I'm going to plant too many. One, I usually plant too many. But then my daughter is planning on doing a plant sale as a fundraiser for the Humane Society. So that's just going to make me plant that many more. Paul Robeson's. This is my second year with these. Okay. Actually, this kind here is a kind I've been saving seed for this particular kind for years. This is Amana Orange. And I don't think I actually remembered to save any seed. Well, actually, I think I did, and I think it got thrown away accidentally. So there's a few seeds left in here. So we haven't actually bought this seed in a very long time, and depending on how this does, we may have to this year for the first time. Now, this is my first year with this kind, which is a Dr. Witchy's. This one's a big slicer, can get up to like 1 pound. I actually realized I accidentally bought 2 of these seed packets somehow. Complete mystery. Tomatoes, and then German pink. These are a big slicer. And that's too many.
The pink ones are pretty.
They are pretty.
But the green, but the tops are always like green.
They do tend to be a little greener, yeah, at the top. All right. So that is, this is certainly way too many tomatoes, but so be it. I would like to make note, last year at this time, I just took a picture with the seed, like the seed packet setting over the pots, like I just had them, and with the intention that I was going to label them a little bit later. And then the tray that I had them in leaked, so I had to move them to water them. And after I had moved them to water them, I remembered that I had not yet labeled them. So we were kind of playing the game of, I wonder what we're planting here. this dome, although I have two different shapes of these trays, and I'm just realizing I actually have two trays here. The dome fits one size and not the other one. Obviously, I have the wrong one, but it will still keep some kind of the humidity in and help keep the surface of the soil damp and help it germinate. The very top here, we added our lamp so that we can fit our taller plants. So very much need the weather to break to get onions outside. Our next shelf down is where we're kind of starting stuff. This came from my daughter's school. This is going to be a tray of basil. Just started the tomatoes today. You just saw that earlier. My daughter started a bunch of flowers for her cut flower project. We have our peppers here and an insane amount of eggplants that need to be separated once they get a little bigger there. This is my favorite kind of pepper, and it germinated really well this year. Pippin Golden Honey. It is so incredibly sweet. So there's some of our peppers. Now right here on our heat mat we have a bunch of bags. I showed putting those together. Some of our bell peppers didn't germinate very well, so we just took those, took the seeds, put them in a wet paper towel in a Ziploc bag, putting those on the heat mat. After a few days we'll start checking them. If they start to germinate, we'll put them in soil. And then here on our bottom shelf we've got our brassicas, more onions, and then marigolds that will be for the garden but also for my daughter, again for her cut flower project. So I have peas soaking. I think this week, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, they'll get in the ground. There's lettuce germinating in the garden. Before too long, our brassicas and our onions are going to be going out. So garden season's getting ready to roll here in Western PA. Hello, welcome to the garden. I live in Garden in Western Pennsylvania. We've got some mild weather coming. It is March 13th. I've had these peas soaking for 2 days now. I'm going to go ahead and get them in the ground. This is one of the most wonderful things about doing kind of a no-till approach to gardening, because it's too wet and too cold to work the soil. But since I don't work the soil, since I don't till, I can come out here like this with about 20 minutes of time, if that, put some seeds in the ground and get started.